What did the silent child truly see? A young child witnessed a horrific crime, but could not speak. Decades later, their testimony remains locked away, and the perpetrator walks free. This is the haunting story of Lily, a girl who saw everything, understood everything, but could utter not a single word. Her silence, born of trauma, or perhaps a lifelong condition, became a wall, impenetrable to justice, a silent witness to a truth that time has tried to bury. We journey back to the summer of 1978, a time of innocence, shattered in a quiet suburban neighborhood, where a young life was irrevocably altered, and a mystery festered in the heart of an unspoken word. The echoes of that day, a symphony of unspoken fear, still resonate. In the summer of '78, the Pleasant Valley neighborhood was a picture of idyllic suburban life. Lawns were meticulously manicured, sprinklers arced glistening water, and the laughter of children was a constant soundtrack. For 7-year-old Lily, life was a kaleidoscope of rich sensory experiences, even if vocal expression was absent. She communicated through drawing, gestures, and an uncanny ability to observe. Her parents, the Millers, had long since accepted Lily's profound silence, attributing it to a developmental peculiarity. They loved her dearly, shielding her from a world that often struggled to understand those who didn't fit the mold. They saw her quiet nature not as a deficit, but as a different way of being. This peaceful existence, however, was about to be shattered by an event no child should ever witness. The date, etched into the memory of the Pleasant Valley community, is August 14th, 1978. It was a sweltering Tuesday afternoon, the kind where the air hangs thick and heavy. Lily was playing in the backyard of her home, lost in the quiet world of her imagination. Her mother, Eleanor Miller, was inside preparing dinner, the clatter of pots and pans a familiar comfort. Suddenly, a profound change swept through the atmosphere. The chirping of birds ceased, replaced by a chilling silence that preceded the unthinkable. Then, screams. Not Lily's, for she could not scream, but the primal terror of a neighbor, Mrs. Gable, a sound that would forever haunt the quiet street. Lily's window overlooked the street, a vantage point from which she often observed the comings and goings of her neighborhood. On that fateful afternoon, her gaze fell upon a man she didn't recognize. He was tall, dressed in dark, nondescript clothing, and he moved with a restless energy that seemed out of place among the leisurely pace of Pleasant Valley. He loitered near the fence, looking for all the world like a predator surveying his territory. Lily watched, her small face pressed against the cool glass, absorbing every detail with an intensity that belied her years. She didn't understand the man's purpose, but she felt an instinctual fear, a primal recognition of danger, a feeling that something was terribly wrong just beyond the safety of her home. What followed was a brutal home invasion and robbery targeted at the Gable residence, 2 doors down. The details that emerged in the following days painted a grim picture. Mrs. Gable, an elderly widow living alone, was violently attacked and left for dead. The perpetrator, identified by witnesses in neighboring homes as a tall man matching Lily's description of the loiterer, fled the scene with stolen jewelry and cash. The community reeled from the shock. Police launched a full-scale investigation, but their primary witness, Mrs. Gable, was unresponsive, her mind and body broken by the ordeal. The trail of the perpetrator, however, was quickly growing cold, swallowed by the vastness of the summer heat and the fear that had gripped the town. Amidst the chaos and the desperate search for clues, Detective Harding noticed Lily. She had been in her yard during the events, an unlikely but potentially crucial observer. Harding, a veteran investigator, understood the challenges of interviewing a child, let alone one who couldn't speak. He decided to try a different approach. He brought in a police sketch artist, a patient woman named Clara Jenkins, hoping Lily could convey what she had seen through her art. For hours, Lily drew. She meticulously rendered the man's height, his dark, intense eyes, the way his jacket collar was pulled up, even a peculiar mole on his cheek that she had noticed. Her drawings were not childish fantasies, they were starkly accurate, a testament to her incredible observational prowess. The artist's composite sketch, a testament to Lily's silent testimony, was released to the public and neighboring police departments. It depicted a man of average height, but with piercing eyes and a memorable scar above his left eyebrow. Details Lily had captured with uncanny precision. The sketch circulated, a fleeting face in the national effort to apprehend a dangerous criminal. Meanwhile, Lily's parents, though protective, cooperated fully, trusting in Harding's sensitive approach. They saw their daughter's unique ability as a gift, a silent voice for justice. The community coalesced around the Millers, offering support and hoping Lily's drawings would lead to the arrest of Mrs. Gable's attacker and restore peace to their street. A year later, in the neighboring state of Oakhaven, a man fitting the description and remarkably similar in appearance to Lily's sketch was arrested for a series of violent robberies. His name was Arthur Finch, a transient with a rap sheet stretching back years. Authorities in Oakhaven, reviewing nationwide bulletins, noted the striking resemblance between Finch and the composite sketch from the Pleasant Valley case. Detective Harding was contacted, and the evidence began to align. Finch had been in the Pleasant Valley area during the summer of '78, and his modus operandi matched the crime against Mrs. Gable perfectly. But there was a crucial missing link, a direct conviction that could tie him to that specific incident. Finch was tried and convicted in Oakhaven for the crimes committed there, receiving a sentence of 5 to 10 years. The investigative team in Pleasant Valley, however, faced a significant hurdle in prosecuting him for the attack on Mrs. Gable. While Finch's presence in the area was confirmed and Lily's drawings were compelling, they lacked concrete, undeniable forensic evidence directly linking him to the Gable residence. No fingerprints, no DNA. Furthermore, Lily, the silent witness, could not take the stand to offer her direct testimony. Her inability to speak, a fact documented from birth, made her a witness, but an unusable one in the court of law. The legal system, rigid in its requirements, could not accommodate a testimony rendered entirely through art and observation. Mrs. Gable, tragically, never fully recovered from her injuries. She lived out her remaining years in a specialized care facility, her memory fragmented, her ability to communicate severely limited. Her physical suffering was immense, and the psychological trauma left indelible scars. Detective Harding, though deeply frustrated, continued to hold on to the case. He felt a profound responsibility to Mrs. Gable and to Lily, the child whose silent ordeal gave him such a strong lead. He pursued every avenue, re-interviewing neighbors, cross-referencing Finch's known associates, hoping for a breakthrough that never materialized. The legal standards for conviction, unforgiving in their demands for direct, spoken or written testimony, proved to be an insurmountable barrier. As the years passed, Lily grew into a young woman. The trauma of that summer never truly left her, but she channeled her experiences into a different kind of expression. She excelled in academics, finding solace and purpose in the structured world of art and design. Her observational skills remained sharp, honed by years of silent processing. While she never regained her voice, her inner world was rich and complex. She found ways to communicate her thoughts and feelings through her art, her written words, and her insightful contributions to discussions within her small circle of trusted friends. The ghost of the crime lingered, a shadow in her otherwise bright future, a constant reminder of the justice that remained elusive. Arthur Finch served his time and was released from prison in 1986. He disappeared into anonymity, and his whereabouts in the decades since are largely unknown. He's a free man, carrying the burden of an unpunished crime, a crime that irrevocably altered the life of a young girl and robbed an elderly woman of her peace. Detective Harding, now retired, often reflects on the case. He keeps a file box, a time capsule of unanswered questions, and sometimes looks at an old photograph of Lily, a young girl with eyes that saw too much. He wonders if Lily ever found true peace, and if the justice system, designed to protect, sometimes fails those who cannot speak. Today, Lily is a successful artist. Her work, renowned for its emotional depth and intricate detail, speaks volumes. She has found a voice through her canvases, translating experiences, both felt and observed, into potent visual narratives. Her art explores themes of memory, trauma, and resilience. She rarely speaks about the events of 1978, but her childhood drawings, once dismissed as mere childish scribbles by some, are now acknowledged by critics as pivotal early works, imbued with an unsettling preternatural maturity. They are a testament to her unique perception and the profound impact of seeing without speaking. She has transformed silence into a powerful medium, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. The case of Mrs. Gable and the silent witness Lily remains a poignant reminder of the complexities of justice and the limitations of our systems. While Arthur Finch walks free, the truth of what happened that day in Pleasant Valley is held within the visual memory of a child, now an artist who communicates through her creations. Lily's art is her testimony, a powerful abstract echo of a time when her voice was silenced. The silent witness found her voice, not in spoken words, but in the enduring language of art, a testament to the fact that some truths, once seen, can never truly be erased, even if they are never fully acknowledged by the courts. Her story is etched, not in legal records, but in the very fabric of her being and the compelling art she creates. Her silence begs us to hear what words cannot express.